Hey y'all, Shadowloom here. I just want to wish you all a very late Happy New Year. I haven't really been filming that much and I didn't get a chance to say Happy New Year due to me being gone, but I'm back now, so Happy New Year to you all. So I know I have not made that many Creatures of Sonaria videos, and because I don't really see much to do, especially with events, because all you can really do is just events all the time. But today I kind of want to address an issue that I'm surprised not that many people talk about, even though it's kind of really common in this aspect of Creatures of Sonaria. And this is the problem with scammers in Creatures of Sonaria and how these kids get scammed whenever they go to the trading realm. Now, if you aren't familiar with the trading realm or don't really explore that much of Creatures of Sonaria, the trading realm is a place where you can basically trade shrooms, or aka mush, for creatures, and you can trade creatures for creatures, or anything like plushies, pallets, and tokens and all that. So it's pretty simple, and it's a good way to get creatures and mush faster. So that's something, but although it is a good system for people to trade creatures that they normally would never get, or just to get much faster so they can buy creatures that they can easily afford, oftentimes they can get scammed, and it's not a good look when it comes to those scams. Now, oftentimes when I go to the trading realm, I at least see 2, maybe 3 people get scammed each time I visit, and it's not fun. And I have been scammed one time, but we will get into that story later. So these are like kind of some of the ways people do get scammed or scam people. So I have now arrived at the trading realm, and yes, I am no longer a default. Woohoo! That's a long story for another time. So this is where pretty much the trading realm is for, like I said, all the people who don't know what the trading realm is or what it looks like. So there's a lot of people, and for one of them, here is a screenshot from the same server. For the sake of privacy and just a rule on this channel, do not go out and target or harass anybody here who happens to try to scam or do anything like that. I don't condone harassment of any kind, and it'll just make you worse than that person is, or just worse than anyone else if you're harassed. So don't go harass people. So as you can see, this is a stored creature. Now, it's still the same, however, you don't technically own it. So let's say during this time, this is tied to a story that I got scammed this once, and it was for a Boral Warden because I wanted to get a Boral Warden for my cousin. And so I saw someone who was trading a Boral Warden. So the Warden, it was exactly what it looked like for a usual Warden, but however, it had the mutations and it said stored. So without any hesitation, I traded some not too good much of a creatures, but good creatures. And then he accepted it, and he didn't leave right away, but he did leave. So I took it with me, and yeah, it wasn't an actual Boral, because if it dies and you don't own that creature, like, let's say I don't own the creature even though I do, let's say you don't own a Boral. If that thing dies and you try to revive it, you have to pay mush. So basically you're screwed by the time it dies. So that's a very common, typical scam that goes around. So if you ever see a stored and you're trying to get a creature that you fully want to own, instead of it being a stored for a mutation or something like that, don't buy it, okay? It'll say stored and it'll show like mutations and all that, but seriously though, no matter what, don't buy it. Try to get the actual creature if you can, because the actual creature will not say stored. Another one that I commonly 100% know of is the wheel one. If you don't know what the wheel one is, it is when someone stands around and is like, oh, trade me 500 mush for a wheel to get a Laudia or a Felicio or something like that. And then you pay, and then they will either give it to you or say a blank, which most likely people will say as a blank. So you just lose like 500 mush for nothing. I don't see it worth it. I don't see it being genuinely worth it. I know there's some who genuinely actually do want to give you the chance for it with the wheels, but I don't really see it, and it's not worth it, so don't spend your mush on it. I don't know what other tactics there are, but I'm sure there are others. I'm sure like a lot of them will say they have this creature and then they'll give it to you and then somehow switch it, so when the countdown goes they'll try to switch it, which I don't know if that can actually happen. I've heard it does, but I don't want to test it out on someone for myself and potentially get banned for that, for trying to scam someone. So it's just something that I really hate when it comes to Creatures of Sonaria and its scammings. But if it done right, and if there's less scamming, then we can actually have good trades. And I get that a lot of people will overprice creatures. I know the Miju is something, the Mijusuma is something big that is currently being sold and still today for a high price, because I'm guessing it's some creature that was limited for during early access. If I'm correct, if I'm not, I apologize. I wasn't there for the early access and all that, so I really don't know what creatures you guys were given if you were there for the early access. But I know the Mijusuma is something like that and is currently being like sold for much. And a lot of people do scam, because I think I ran into someone who was trying to give me a stored Mijusuma being like, no man, it's legit. And no, I did not accept it. I just called them out on the bullshit. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. It was kind of a quick video and I just wanted to put that out there. So let me know if you guys have been scammed, or let me know if you guys witness anyone get scammed. Do you know someone who got scammed? And if not, don't worry about it. Good for you. But if you do, let me know down below and tell me what happened. Because genuinely, I know even if some of us will be like, no, I've never got scammed before. Trust me, you're going to get scammed somehow and someday. Not saying it as a threat, but saying it as a truth. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye.